Welcome everyone to the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry's Green Expo 2025.
Are we getting it right?
We can't do this alone. We have had the benefit of some of the best minds that Barbados has had to offer in the energy space.
Our transition to 100% really has to have all the parties working closely together.
If you think that the provision of electricity to a nation is really important, then the physical system supporting that generation should also be really important.
I've been around the Caribbean for 12 years and seem to have spent most of my time either preparing for or recovering from hurricane damage. Let's build them to a standard we can be proud of.
Barbados is fully committed to the transition to 100% renewable energy, and I think everyone is committed to a vision of seeing that for our country.
Companies who start to measure their water usage, their waste, their energy consumption, it helps save money.
While doing that, think about people. Yes, we are in business for profit, but once you think about people and your consumers, it makes a difference as well.
You cannot leave consumers on the outside of that conversation. If people cannot pay for electricity, none of the projects will be successful and the Barbados Light and Power will be compromised.
The banks will look to examine the costs, look at the best case and worst case scenario.
We want to see viable models where you are making good cash flow and acceptable rates of return.
Those sponsors are taking some significant risk in the early stage.
If anything goes wrong, they're going to need to pay back the lenders, either from the cash flows of the project, or if there's insufficient cash flows, then from the other assets that they may have.
We want to make sure that we have a situation and an outcome that is consistent with the policy for reliability, cost effectiveness and efficiency.
The utility regulator cannot please everyone because it has to balance making sure that the company can survive and that the company can run versus the consumer and the affordability aspects that you talked about.
We are getting the insurance coverage. They're asking the right questions. For the most part, if we really look at it, a hurricane is going to be our major challenge.
There's some significant potential there. It's not without its challenges because it's as big as it is. To get economies of scale, you need to develop it on a large scale.
Having a good regulatory framework and a feed-in tariff rate would have incentivized investors to get involved in the renewable energy industry. And of course,
it's about you as an individual, your families, your business, your colleagues, and protecting everything that we have.
My advice would be to start where you are, and it makes a difference.
I see the future as being exciting.
We're trying to create an opportunity to re-greenify the spaces.
We're making decisions for us now, but the involvement of youth in the decision making is so critical.
And we're really here to learn and hear about the change makers, the problem solvers.
Benefits of biogas to our school lowers the school's carbon footprint, eliminates annual LPG expenses for cooking and cleaning.
The water issues we face, hydroponics uses 85% less water, and this would probably be one of Barbados' biggest farms.
There are a lot of large, great, innovative, amazing projects that we are birthing on the island.
The world is looking at us in Barbados. We have become a global advocate on issues affecting small island developing states.
We have looked at Barbados from afar for a decade, very inspired by your progress, your pioneering attitude toward renewables, and of course your resilience.
Sometimes some of the more complex technical conversations we may not totally understand or be a part of, but we still have to maintain a level of commitment to our process so we can get the best possible outcome.
This is a draft paper on the establishment and implementation of a resilient renewable energy security framework for Barbados.
This was the end and the closing of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industries Green and Renewable Energy Expo. We thank you.